To create a Facebook ad, all you need to do is log into your Facebook for Business page and select Create and select Add. Now adverts show up under Info and Ads, so if you ever want to go and have a look at an ad, that's all you need to do is to select Info and Ads down in that left hand corner. So we're going to select Add today, and it'll take us to our campaign and objective level. So today we're going to do a page likes ad, so that is optimized for engagement, and then all we do is scroll down and select page likes. With your campaign name, I would input something that means quite a bit to you, and try and be descriptive, because you might get right into this and have 5 adverts running at the same time, and so you want to be able to see at a glance which one is which. So from there we're going to select continue, and you'll be taken to your ad set level. On your page, you obviously need to choose your page, and if you have done a Facebook ad previously and you've actually saved an audience, this is where you can select it in this drop down box here. But we're going to create a whole new ad here, and obviously they're going to be based off businesses that I would like to target, and so businesses I like to target are in the Manawatu area. Under the custom audiences tab, to the tab here, you can actually input email addresses, you can input phone numbers. If we just hover over this here, you've actually got a few things that you can input here, and this is great for if you wanted to target people that are on, say, an email list that you have. But just bear in mind that a lot of people who use, they might use their work email within a newsletter campaign, and then they've got a completely different email address when they log into Facebook. So in some cases this isn't actually an ideal strategy, but at least you know it's there. So obviously we're going to have everyone in a particular location, and I don't actually want everyone in New Zealand, so I am going to X out of that, and I'm going to say Manawatu Wanganui. Yep. Now you can have a few options here. You can put Palmerston North. Sorry, my typing isn't too great. There we go. Palmerston North Wanganui. Okay, so yeah, I want to target that a lot more. So as we can see here, we're probably going to reach 100,000 people within the Palmerston North region with the ad as it currently is. And so we want to really lock that down. Just be aware that the audience size being that large is actually not that great. That means that you have not really targeted your advert properly. You don't really want to reach 52,000 people. I can vouch for the fact that I don't have 52,000 ideal clients in Palmerston North, so that's telling me that I have not honed my ad enough. Right, so you can select your gender, and you can select language. I've never had to change language, just for those out there who are wondering whether they should. That would really be if you're trying to target people in a completely different country. Now, detailed targeting, this is where we really want to hone in on people. So say I'm a business coach and I actually want to target people who like the Amy Porterfield page. So Amy Porterfield, she's actually quite a well-known business coach. She used to work for Tony Robbins. And so as you see there, just with adding that, I've gone down to fewer than 1,000 people. So that's, I've obviously really locked that down, and I'm starting to target. I know that my ideal client are people that are in Palmerston North Manawatu, and they like Amy Porterfield. So I'm just going to leave that. And connections, yeah, this might be a connection to a page, app, or event. This is to narrow your audience, and you've probably already had to have had engagement with those people. So I'm just going to leave that now. And that's where you can save this audience. So it saves me from having to submit all of this information if I just click save audience for a later date. Now budget, let's go here. I've always done lifetime budget, but it's completely up to you if you just want to have a daily budget, but I just find that lifetime budget means that I know exactly how much money I'm going to be spending. Now I always have to change the start date because it generally gives me the American date, and so this is going to start at 10 o'clock tonight. And it's going to end, not in November, it's going to end 9 o'clock tomorrow. And I'm probably not going to have a $500 budget. I'm going to have a $5 budget. There you go. It's thought about it and it's happy with that. So once I press continue, now we're going to actually start working on the ad itself and the way that the ad looks. So if you had actually selected the wrong page there, you can change it here if you want to. And this is the format. So if you have a video, I highly recommend using as many videos on Facebook as possible. If you've ever been to one of my previous trainings, you'll know the importance of a video and Facebook. And but if you haven't got that kind of budget, you know, a slideshow is also another really effective way of having it's as if it is a video, but it's just a collection of images. And you know, a lot of people have, you know, a few images that are really lovely lying around, and people are actually more likely to stare at a slideshow for much longer than they would a single image. So that's something to think about. But today we're just going to go single image. And this is where we can choose the image, and it's already defaulted to my background one, but if I wanted to change that or maybe add a different one, I would select it here. Or we've got Browse Library, and they've also got free stock images, so that's really great for those of us on a budget. But I'm just going to keep to my background image there, and then we're going to work on the text. So it's already given me some text, which is very helpful. Now you've got 90 characters. That's not much. So you've got to say what you want to say within 90 characters. So business support for those who need it most, business professionals in Manawatu. Now I'm trying to be very specific here because I want to make sure that for the page likes that I get, I am getting my ideal client, and my ideal client is based in the Manawatu, and they're also based in Wanganui as well. So I would probably create a whole different ad that is based on Wanganui, because obviously my image here, helping Manawatu businesses to thrive, doesn't make much sense if that banner shows up in front of someone who is based in Wanganui region, does it? So I'm just going to leave that for now, and then we're just going to confirm the ad, and that's it. It's all done, and now it's going to take me to the Ads Manager reporting section, and this shows you a whole plethora of ads that you've run, and oh, it's telling me I've got an error. There you go. How have I got an error? Estimated reach is too low. Ad set level is too low. Must reach better than 20 people. Well, how about that? So it's the ad set level. So this is really great. I'm going to say that this was planned. It wasn't. But what I'm going to have to do here is to remove Amy Porterfield. And as you can see there, that has now meant that it'll reach up to 52,000 people, and that my estimated reach will be between 30 and 190. All right, so it's just off people based in Palmerston North, Wanganui, and that will hopefully now go through. So we come back to the ad level, and it's ticking over with there, and we're going to say confirm again. So that's what I mean about Facebook. It's quite user friendly, it's quite specific, so even just for the most novice user, you know, you can do this. And once you get used to the Ads Manager, the more you probably will use it. If people keep using just the boost post button, then they're never going to realize what they actually can do with Facebook. I mean, you could really grow your following from the comfort of your own home by using the Ads Manager. And so that's my campaign there. And you know, you'll watch it. Okay, so I've spent $0 because we've obviously just done it, and it's going to tell me all about my results and the cost per result, and you know, the date that it ends. So we've got all the information here that we need. It's just under review at the moment, by the way. But if, you know, we've spent all that time on this and you just think, actually, no, I'm going to turn this, I don't want it to go out there. All you need to do is turn it off, and that's it. And it won't go anywhere. And so, you know, say you put a campaign on for, say, a week, and look, I wouldn't really recommend putting an ad out there for just one day. You know, really sit down, think about it, and you should really, in theory, have an ad on for at least a week, because if you are going to sit down and think about it seriously, you know, it should be for an extended amount of time. But if you're, you know, not sure and it's, you know, you're spending far too much on it, you can just turn it off. So it's better to have it on for a week and turn it off than put it on for a day and have it, you know, and then have to do it again and again and again. So that's it for this, you can go to your ad set, and I'm going to turn that off as well. And the ad itself for engagement, turn that off. So if you do want to turn the ad off, turn all of that off, okay? And there you'll see that it is completely off, and you can start over if you want to.